I get a lot of people asking me how we were blessed to walk away from corporate America in our early 30s. Well, listen, I don't want to keep that a secret. I want to share it with the world. And so maybe you're listening to this podcast and you're trying to figure out, how do I even get started on my journey of entrepreneurship and getting to a level of freedom? Well, text the word freedom to 737 777 9909. Enter your information in, and we look forward to sharing some information with you. A proven system with small overhead, right? That you can do part-time, spare time, right from the comfort of your home, and have amazing mentors, coaches, and a community of entrepreneurs who are willing to support you and help you on your journey to freedom. Welcome to Code Freedom. I'm your host, Eddie Bales. Have you ever felt stuck? Have you ever felt like there's got to be more than life than the reality that you see every day? Tune in weekly, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays as we crack the codes to freedom in every area of your life. Welcome to Code Freedom. I'm your host, Eddie Bales, and this is episode 95. And today we're going to talk about one of the most precious commodities that we all have, time, right? See, once it's gone forever. You can get more money, you can get more stuff, you can get all kind of stuff, but you can't get more time back. Once it's gone, it's gone. And really, freedom is really more of a measurement of time. It's how much time can you spend without having to stop having to decide or stop what you're doing because of needing more finances, if that makes sense. How can we have the finances to continue to come in, um, even while you might be at a friend's bedside, or you may be out of the country for a little while, or you may be doing some missionary work or ministry work, or building another business, building another company, whatever it is that you're doing, you want to be in a place where you have passive flows of income that allow you to have that time freedom. See, what I found in my years of working with a lot of people is that you have two types of people: the one that has a lot of money but no time, and then you have the other person that has a lot of time but no money. By the way, I was number two. I had a whole lot of time, but I just didn't have any money to show for it, right? And you have other folks who are working 60, 80 hours a week. Hey, they got the money, right? But they don't have any time to enjoy it and spend it because most of the time they're working 16-hour days, right? And so what kind of quality of life is that? Like, what good is the money without the time, and what good is the time without the money, right? And so that's probably the biggest thing that we seek freedom for, is of course having the freedom to do what you really want to do, and being able to do that. But more than anything, it's the time, right? It's the time to spend to create memories with people, to experience life, and not have to always. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you don't do any work at all. Like, that's not what I'm saying at all. Um, you might do. You're really working smart instead of harder, right? So, with most passive flows of income, yes, there's some passive flows where you could just, you know, put it in place and it's going to work for you. But then there's some you have to do a little bit of work, right? The business that I operate, it pays passive flows of income, and we're blessed to get deposits every single day. But I still work in my business, right? So I don't want to like create a facade of, well, you just don't do any work. No, that's not the case. I mean, okay, let's just say you owned a bunch of properties. Yes, you can hire a management company to manage those companies, right? So maybe you're not doing that part of the work, but there's still some element of work involved on some levels, right? Maybe you're not cutting the grass because you got a company that's doing it, but there may be some other things that you're doing to make sure you maintain that level of income, right? But my point here today is is our whole goal is to just get more time, to buy our time back, really to almost basically buy our time back to a place where I said this on another episode, but retirement has nothing to do with age, and we've been taught that. Like, it's ingrained in our head that, what is it, 67 now? I mean, it just keeps seems like it just keeps going up. But that's ingrained in our head, like, oh man, at 67 I can retire and get my full benefits. No, that's not my thinking. And I hope it's not yours. And hey, I hope to enlighten you that, look, at 40 years old, at 45 years old, at 50, at 55, any 5 years you can change your life, right? Any 3 to 5 years, you can just put your head down and just literally go to work. So even if you're getting started later in life, you can make it happen. But why not start early as possible? Start today. Make the decision, right? It's up to us, but we got to make that decision. So my point today is, like, imagine the next 20 years being able to travel the world with your family. Imagine being able to do some of the experience things that you never even thought you would experience, and being able to do it with the people who you love. um, and by the way, you don't even have to be mega rich or anything like that. I mean, seriously, you can build yourself a nice solid income that can allow you the freedom and flexibilities to live comfortably, but still experience life on a grand level, right? There's so many different ways of doing that. So, but the key though is you got to have some passive flows of income. And again, what I found in my experiences is that most people don't have any, and it's not even on their radar. It's because it wasn't taught to them, and that's what this whole podcast is all about. So, tell your friends, share this podcast, because we want to enlighten more people to get to a place where they have passive income. And I've shared different ways that you can get passive income on this podcast, and I'm gonna continue to bring on guest after guest after guest. So just stay tuned. We're gonna definitely have. I know we haven't had a guest in a few episodes, but I'm gonna really lock in on that and make sure that we have several, because I want you to hear from other perspectives too, not just mine, so you can hear what other people have done to create levels of freedom that have allowed them to do things on a greater level. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. This is episode 95. I can't wait to see you at 96. Don't forget to join our community that we have. Go to thewaytofreedom.info. That's thewaytofreedom.info. And that is our Code Freedom community, where we are looking to just engage with each other and just, you know, bond and connect and things like that on a different level. Because hey, I'm talking and you're kind of listening, right? But I would love to connect with you, know who you are, and be able to celebrate you, and hey, even take it to another level, right? Also, hey, if you're looking for some passive flows of income, reach out to us. Let's connect. And even if what I'm working on is not a good fit for you, hey, I'm sure I can point you in the right direction on something that you can do right now to start earning some passive income. The key is to have your passive income greater than your expenses, and that will allow you to be financially free. Listen, if you have $3,000 a month in expenses and you earn $6,000 a month passively, you, my friend, are now financially free. But we got to get those passive flows of income in your life. And hey, if you have a business and it has the potential to pay you passive income, hey, work it. What are you sitting on your hands for? Get to work, make it happen, turn it up. Do what you need to do. Listen, we'll work so hard for somebody else, but why is it that we just cut ourselves so much slack, when like we're gonna do it for somebody else? Work harder for yourself, right? That's my thing. Work harder for yourself, because you deserve it. And hey, they put their time in to have the leverage of you having the privilege of having you as leverage for their company. Why not? We put the work in and build our own leverage for our own companies. Anyway, appreciate you guys. Episode 95, signing out. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for listening. Definitely feel free to take a screenshot of this episode, tag me in it on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you find me on social media. I would love to give you a shout out. Hey, you might even get a prize. Who knows? But Excited that you had a chance to take a listen. I hope you got a lot of value, and definitely feel free to give us 5 stars as well as a review. Show us some love, and we appreciate you. God bless you all, and see you all over the top.